Hello students, this is continuation with our eco chapter number 1. Last chapter we have seen the importance of diagrams and graphs in economics, meaning of diagrams and graphs. Today we'll continue and learn which are the aspects to be considered while drawing a diagram or graph. While making diagrams and graphs, the following aspects must be considered, as the purpose of drawing pictures is to make an analysis simpler and more effective. हम जो एनालाइज करना चाहते हैं पिक्चर्स के ज़रिए वो अच्छा इफ़ेक्टिव हो और सिंपल हो, इसके लिए हमें डायग्राम्स को ड्रॉ करने के टाइम पे बहुत सारी चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है. Now first is choice of type of diagram or graph and their presentation. The user must make the right choice to make the picture more effective. Second, clarity. A picture must look neat and clear. Different colors or shades may be used to denote the various components of a picture. Third, scales and measures. To make a picture look appropriate in size, scales must be taken in accordance with the data. Fourth, representation of axes. Both axes of a diagram or graph must be denoted or represented with appropriate details of what they represent. Next is data table and source of data. Diagrams and graphs must be accompanied by the data table from which they are created, and by mentioning the source of data, the picture becomes more reliable and authentic. And last, method of calculating the data. When the picture is not drawn from self-explanatory data but is drawn from data simplified with statistical formula, it is appropriate to state the statistical method briefly. मतलब हम लोग जो भी डायग्राम ड्रॉ करते हैं तो हमारा डायग्राम या ग्राफ का प्रेजेंटेशन क्लियर होना चाहिए, रिप्रेजेंटेशन एक्सिस से अच्छे से एनालाइज करना चाहिए ताकि वो ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव हो और सिंपलर हो. Now, types of diagrams. There are many types of commonly used diagrams are pictogram, scatter diagram, line diagram that is based on time periods, circle diagram, bar diagram, pie diagram. In this section, we shall understand about time-based line diagram, bar diagram and pie diagram. Now, what is time-based line diagram? That is curve. Pictures which show the shape or slope of a relationship in economics between two variables are often drawn. For example, a demand curve और a supply curve. मतलब कहाँ कितनी डिमांड है और कहाँ कितनी सप्लाई हो रही है, that we should be represented by time-based line diagram. The independent variable is measured on x-axis and dependent variable is measured on y-axis. Now, bar diagram and types of bar diagram. बार डायग्राम का डेफिनेशन क्या है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बार डायग्राम? बार डायग्राम shows distribution of the value of a variable in various components. For example, literacy rate in a country in various years or literacy rate among females and males in a particular year. बार डायग्राम में हम क्या शो करते हैं? जो हमारा देश का लिटरेसी रेट है वेरियस ईयर्स में, या लिटरेसी रेट जो है अमोंग मेल्स एंड फीमेल्स में पर्टिकुलर ईयर में, दैट वी आर शोइंग इन बार डायग्राम. A vertical or horizontal bar is drawn for each value of the variable. A separate bar is drawn for each section or time period, and the height length of the bar indicates the value for that section or time period. Bar diagrams are generally three types: simple bar diagram, clustered bar diagram and divided bar diagrams. Bar diagrams जो है वो तीन टाइप्स के हैं. Now, फर्स्ट जो है सिंपल बार डायग्राम. A simple bar diagrams represents value of only one variable over a base, say various regions or years, etc. It gives a visual effect of the difference in the value of the variable between regions, years and so on. जैसा आप बुक्स में देख रहे हो, इसमें जो सिंपल बार डायग्राम का शो किया है फिगर 1.2 में. Now, next is clustered bar diagram. In this type of graph, values of common variable and over a common base are given for more than one section of related parameters. Hence, we get a cluster of bars for the same variable over various base values. For example, if the base is time period, the variable is literacy level and its values are expressed for two categories, namely females and males. Then for one time period, two bars show literacy level for females and males respectively are drawn in a cluster. To create proper visual effect and help comparison, each bar is colored differently and value which it represents are indicated on it. Now, third is divided bar diagram. Now, in this page, if you look figure number 1.3, that shows the cluster bar diagram जो हम लोगों ने आपको एग्जाम्पल दिया मंथ वाइज एंड सेल्स, एंड दिस indicates the small size, medium size, large size. Now next is divided bar diagram. In such a diagram, every single value of the variable has subcategories. Hence, we get divisions in all the bars which represents a common variable and common base values. To create proper visual effect and help comparison, each division of the bar is colored differently and values which it represents are indicated. जैसा डायग्राम में, दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स टू क्रिएट प्रॉपर विजुअल इफेक्ट. हम अच्छे से उसका इफेक्ट देख सके और कंपैरिजन कर पाए. ईच डिवीजन ऑफ द बार शुड बी colored differently and values which it represents are indicated. Now, table 1.4, figure 1.4 shows the divided bar diagram. Now, which are the aspects to be considered while drawing a bar diagram? अगर हमें बार डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है तो कौन से एस्पेक्ट्स को ध्यान में रखना है? The width of the bars does not represent any data, hence all bars should be equal width. जो width है does not represent any data, so all bars should be equal width. The length of the respective bar should be proportional to the value of the variable which they represent. The distance between all bars should be equal, and that should also be maintained between the first bar and the origin. All bars rest on the same line called the base, which usually coincides with the x-axis. In today's time, with the help of computer technology, horizontal bars are also drawn instead of vertical bars. All vertical bars should be arranged from left to right in order of the data series. Therefore, the bar representing the first data in the series is drawn first near the point of origin. जो again फिगर 1.4 में जो शो किया है, that is divided bar diagram. Now, pie diagram. Division of a circle in degrees represents a pie diagram. If an entire circle is considered as universal set of an entire data and the different components of these data are represented by dividing the circle in degrees proportional to the data, then a pie diagram is obtained. Pie diagram is drawn for the similar type of data for which a bar diagram can be drawn. Since an entire circle represents 360 degree, the entire data represents 360 degree, and the sections divisions of the data are represented by dividing the circle in degrees proportional to each data section. In other words, a diagram which is drawn by representing subdivisions of an entire data by proportionate degrees in a circle is called pie diagram. Pie diagram का मतलब क्या है? A diagram which is drawn by representing subdivisions of an entire data by proportionate degrees in a circle. एक पूरा सर्कल में ऐसा डिग्रीज के हिसाब से सब डिविजन्स जो हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. अगेन बुक में जो फिगर 1.5 जो शो किया है, दैट इज अ पाई डायग्राम. नाउ अगेन फॉर पाई डायग्राम, which aspects to be considered while drawing a pie diagram? First is 360 degrees make a circle. Degrees for subdivisions are calculated in proportion to the value of the variable for that division, and the sum total of the degrees of all such subdivisions must be 360 degree. If relevant data is to be compared across regions or time periods, then two pie graphs can be drawn side by side. For a data set with a smaller total value, a circle with smaller dimensions is drawn, and for a data set with larger total value, a circle with bigger dimensions is drawn. So these are the aspects to be considered while drawing a pie diagram. Now, which are the types of graphs? Use of graphs is also frequently made in economics. Statistics classifies graphs as under time series graphs, graphs for continuous frequency distribution, that, and third is logarithmic graphs. जो हमने पहले देखे types of diagrams, now we see the types of graphs. Graphs for continuous frequency, first is time series, second is graphs for continuous frequency distribution, in that histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, cumulative frequency polygon, and third is logarithmic graphs. Now, what is the time series graph? इन ए ट्रेड साइकिल और इन ए साइकिल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़, हमारा जो इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़ का जो साइकिल है, शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म, रेगुलर और इरेगुलर चेंजेस आर ऑब्जर्व. नेचुरली हमारा इकोनॉमिक्स में या ट्रेड में शॉर्ट टर्म में या लॉन्ग टर्म में रेगुलर या इरेगुलर कुछ चेंजेस हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. द ट्रेंड्स ऑफ सच चेंजेस आर ऑब्टेन विद द हेल्प ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल्स. और ये जो चेंजेस है वो हम इसकी मदद से, स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल्स की मदद से हम उसको चेंजेस को शो करते. एंड व्हेन ग्राफ्स आर ड्रॉन टेकिंग दिस चेंजेस एज वेरिएबल एंड टाइम पीरियड एज बेस, देन सच ग्राफ्स आर कॉल्ड टाइम सीरीज ग्राफ्स. जो हम ये चेंजेस जो शो करते हैं वेरिएबल में एंड टाइम पीरियड में, ये जो ग्राफ्स है, these are called time series graphs. Since the syllabus does not include other types of graphs, they are not discussed here. जो हम लोग यहाँ बाकी के ग्राफ्स का डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि यही मेन है जो टाइम सीरीज ग्राफ्स हम ज़्यादा इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़ में यूज़ करते हैं, जिसका चेंजेस जो है वो हम करते हैं, शो करते हैं डायग्राम से या ग्राफ से. थैंक्स. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल यूज द यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज इन द स्टडी ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स. इकोनॉमिक्स का स्टडी में हम जो टेक्नोलॉजी को क्या यूज़ करते हैं, दैट वी विल सी नेक्स्ट टाइम.